Once a species is gone, the unique role that it played, the unique genetic message it had is gone. How can we preserve biodiversity? Hi, and welcome back. I will answer that question in today's video. The topic is conservation of biodiversity.
Conservation of biodiversity. Lesson objectives. Describe strategies used in conservation biology. Relate success in protected and endangered species to the methods used to protect it. Conservation biology is the study and implementation of methods to protect biodiversity. Effective conservation strategies are based on principles of ecology. These strategies include natural resources conservation and species conservation. Preserving habitats. One way that habitats have been protected is through the creation of natural preserves and parks. The United States established its first national park, Yellowstone National Park, in 1872. Establishing parks and other protected regions has been an effective way to preserve ecosystems and the communities of species that live in them. For example, 3.9% of the land in the Democratic Republic of Congo in Africa has been protected. However, this small amount of land is home to almost 90% of the nation's bird species. Habitat corridors. Corridors, such as the one you can see in the photograph, are being built in Florida to protect the Florida panther. The panther can move from one habitat to another by crossing under a highway. Construction of these habitat corridors has resulted in a decrease of panthers being struck by cars. Habitat corridors are protected strips of land that allow the migration of organisms from one wilderness area to another. Research has shown that corridors can help overcome some of the effects of habitat destruction and are beneficial for both plants and animals. Working with people. Saying an area is protected does not automatically make all the species there safe. Parks and protected areas usually hire people such as rangers to manage the parks and ensure the protection of organisms. In some areas, access by people is restricted. In other lands, people can harvest food or obtain materials but this sort of activity is managed. The philosophy of sustainable use strives to enable people to use natural resources in ways that will benefit them and maintain the ecosystem. For example, in the photograph, people harvest Brazil nuts to eat and to sell. This provides the opportunity to earn a living and the ecology of the area is maintained. Reintroduction programs release organisms into an area where the species once lived. The most successful reintroductions occur when organisms are taken from an area in the wild and transported to a new suitable habitat. Captivity. Some species no longer exist in the wild, but a small number of individual organisms is maintained by humans. An organism that is held by people is said to be in captivity. The jingo tree that you see in the photograph is an example of a species surviving extinction because it was kept by people. Protecting plant species. The ideal way to protect a plant species is to allow it to exist in a natural ecosystem. But seeds can be cooled and stored for long periods of time. By establishing seed banks for threatened and endangered plants, the species can be reintroduced if they become extinct.
I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and until the next one, bye!